What's up, y'all? Happy Monday. And yeah, welcome back to Monday Magic. Um, hey, yeah, this is exciting. Last week was so dope and so charged that it's like had me looking forward to like today and like wondering what's gonna come up today and what type of energy is gonna be waiting for us and what type of things are gonna come up. So, hell yeah, I'm just excited. And it's like as soon as I pressed record, it was like, yeah, oh, there go the butterflies coming all close and stuff. If you tuned in last week, you know that nature was very, very present. And yeah, lizards, butterflies, things falling out of the tree, like the whole nine. So, hell yeah, I'm excited to get going. The clouds seem a little bit gray, so I'm not sure it's gonna rain. I got an umbrella. We might be able to sit, wait it out if it's something that'll just pass. But if not, then who knows? We'll figure it out when we get there. I don't even want to put too much energy towards plan Bs and stuff when we may not need them, So, yeah, that being said, if you're new here, hey, I'm Mark. I'm your reader. And yeah, we get down over here. And thank you for being here. And I'm honored to have crossed your path, honestly. And yeah, you're in for a treat. So, if you're returning, you know how we get started, and it's about that time. It's time for our presence practice, which is just simply breath work, inhales, exhales. But on the inhales, we're going real deep, bottom of our belly, and on the exhales, we're going to make sure that they're longer than our inhales to promote relaxation and to, yeah, let our body know that we're safe and that we're ready for Monday Magic. We're ready to work with the energy. And then after that, we're going to go into our body scanning, which is, yeah, I'll explain that further when we get there. But go ahead and introduce a little bit of flow into your body. And then, and let me know how the wind is doing. Like if the mic is getting really beat up by the wind, definitely let me know so I can adjust it. I'm going to try to keep an eye out on the levels though. But yeah, so go ahead and introduce a little bit of flow into your body. Get a little bit of a neck roll going, a little shimmy shake, whatever feels right. And then when you're good, go ahead and return to center. And if you can, lovingly close your eyes. And if you can't, that's okay too. Ooh, feels great already. All right, we're gonna get going with our inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And if it's too loud, like all the surrounding noise and stuff, feel free to pause it and go ahead and just do your presence practice on your own and then fast forward if that works better for you. Definitely don't want you overstimulated or distracted as you're trying to, come into the present moment. So that being said, inhale. Exhale. We're gonna do 2 more rounds of that. Inhale. Exhale. All right, last one. Make it a great one. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and reintroduce a little bit of motion back into your body, a little bit of flow and movement. Get a little sway going. And when you feel good about that, go ahead and just return to center. And then we're gonna go right into our our body scanning. And for the body scanning, I'm gonna start at the top of the head. And as I just named the areas of the body parts, just place your awareness there. Don't judge what you find or anything like that. If you notice any tension, go ahead and release it and lovingly let it go with your awareness. And yeah, that's it. And as I continue to work our way down, continue to follow and don't get lost in one area. Yeah. And if, say, for instance, I say mouth, feel free to check in with your teeth, with your tongue, your whatever else is in the area underneath the surface, you know. Don't limit yourself to just what I call out. Follow your own awareness too in your, yeah, so that being said, let's get going. Okay, top of the head. Forehead. Cheeks. Ears. Nose. Mouth. Back of the head. Neck. Shoulders. Back. Chest. Arms. Stomach. Hands. Go ahead and check in with your butt. And if you're sitting, take special note of where your butt meets the surface you're sitting on. And really lean into that support that's there. Next, we're coming around to the groin area. Now your upper legs, your thighs, quads, hamstrings. Knees. Now your lower legs, your calves and your shins. Now your feet. And last but not least, your toes. And when you're done, go ahead and give them a little wiggle. And go ahead and introduce that movement back into your body. Really anchor into your body, into this present moment. Rock back and forth, or just whatever feels right, honestly. And before you open your eyes, go ahead and express gratitude 3 times, whether it be out loud, in your mind, or just energetically. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And when you're ready, just go ahead and lovingly open your eyes. Hell yeah. Hey, welcome back, welcome back. Today's gonna be a good one. I feel it. I really do. Whew, that was really good. Okay. Hell yeah. Monday magic, y'all. It's about that time. What are we starting with? Are we starting with Oracle or Tarot? I'll let y'all call it this week. We're going with Tarot. Oh yeah, hopefully. Those lizards were acting up last week. While I was just doing the presence practice, I kept hearing stuff rustling in the trees. I was trying to ignore it. I've had an iguana fall on my head before, a couple years ago, right out of a tree. So when I hear those rustling noises, I be on full alert. What we doing? What we doing? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he holler, let it go. My mama told me to choose this one, and you are not it. Hey, Tarot. That's what Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo picked too. Look at you in alignment. Do 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 do. Hey, why is a Mario song in my head? No, outside definitely seems a little calmer than last week. Not calm period, but calmer for sure. So maybe the lizards will be at bay today. Or if not, hey, we gonna kick it with them. I'm on a mission. If I see them, we gonna get them to work with us. Oh. Ten of Swords, first one out. And what I'm hearing is, why so serious? And I'm also hearing get up. Like, it seems like, yeah, it seems like someone might be being harder on themselves than they need to be. And not even because they want to, but because they feel like they should be. Like, you know, for example, if they are a creator and there's something that, or no, if they're a creator and they may feel like, you know, the outside pressures are always like, you should be doing more, and hustle culture is always saying you should be doing more. So right now you might have found like a flow that works for you, but it may not be a flow that's full of hard work and pushing and grinding all the time. And it feels right to you, but there's also that part of you that's like, come on, you're not doing enough, you're not going hard enough. And those thoughts are pretty dense and heavy, and they're weighing you down. And it's kind of like you're in the flow, you're doing exactly what you're called to do and what you need to do and what's right for you, but you're letting these thoughts, even though they may seem like they're passing or fleeting, or you don't really give in to them, but understand that the weight is still being felt. So your best bet is to not even entertain those thoughts. You know that what you're doing is right for you. You know that what you're doing is what's best. So trust that, and trust that the flow that you found and that you've established and the momentum that you've built and the pace you're going is perfect. It's the pace that you're supposed to be going at. So take those swords out and understand that they're a product of your own mind and your own thoughts, and that the pressure that you're feeling on yourself is your own. Like, the universe is not pressuring you to go harder. The universe is not pressuring you to do more. The universe is telling you to keep doing what you're doing, keep following the energy, keep following your heart, and keep doing what feels right, and trust that that's what you're supposed to be doing, and that your guidance is your heart, is what lights you up, is what makes you feel fulfilled, and to trust that. So that's the call here. And Temperance on the bottom, and it's in the reverse. And this just feels like, yeah, there's an imbalance here due to what we were just talking about. And you can trust yourself. I promise you can trust yourself. And the fact that it feels good and your routines feel good right now, and you're moving at a pace that feels good right now, that's all the indicators that you need to know that everything is as it should be right now. So trust that. and continue to trust that moving forward, and understand that how you feel is a very good indicator on how you're doing. So if you feel good, chances are you're doing pretty good, and trust that. Don't allow anybody to make you feel like you're not. So hell yeah, keep doing your thing, and be easy on yourself, be gracious with yourself, and yeah, know that you're doing an amazing job. And the universe is going to continue to show you that. Hey, y'all should know that already. We talk about that every week. That always comes up. Being gracious with yourself and trusting your heart and knowing that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So come on now, don't forget. Oh, okay. Ten of Pentacles. We got some wealthy people in here. I'm hearing like billionaires, millionaires. Hell yeah, in all different types of ways too. Like, I'm feeling like creators, I'm feeling architects, I'm feeling spiritual guides, and people with spiritual businesses that are booming or about to boom. Just the whole gauntlet. Just everybody in their full power, creating generational wealth, experiencing the things that they've been working towards. And that's, yeah, I'm being called to just have confidence. Keep being confident in that, and understand that it's all here for you, and that this week there's going to be opportunities that bring you much closer to everything. And for some, it's opportunities that quantum shift you right into your highest timeline, into your wealth timeline. And yeah, it doesn't even feel like a long series of events. It feels like you getting one call to do one thing, or one call to go to one place, and you show up, and that's it. Like, you meet one person who changes everything, or you meet the person that changes everything. And yeah, and when that happens, understand that they're not saving you, that you're not lucky. Nothing like that. Nothing to where the power is outside of you. Understand that this opportunity and this shift is a product of all the hard work that you've done and been doing. And this person is just the physical manifestation of that. So understand that they're not doing anything for you. They're not saving you. They're not doing you any favors. This happened, or this chance meeting, or this opportunity that presents itself is directly a product of everything you've done. And it's just materialized into a person in order to make the shift happen, or materialize into a moment, or whatever this is. So understand that this is a product of you. So when it comes, don't give your power away to it, and now you're like trying to keep them happy, or trying to perform a certain way to make sure it happens, or any of that. Continue to be you, and to continue to have that confidence. So when it shows up, say thank you to yourself, as well as thank you to them, thank you to the universe, thank you to God, and everything, and everybody, and everything else. But understand that it's you. It's a product of you and your magic. So hell yeah, enjoy this. But also don't be afraid of losing it. Don't be afraid of it going away, or feeling like you have to perform a certain way to keep it, because it's you. And as long as you're you and you continue to show up authentically, that will continue to be the case. And yeah, 7 of Pentacles on the bottom, and this feels just like that. Like, these are the fruits of your labor. This is your harvest. And understand that, yeah, no one's doing you any favors, no one's saving you. This is you. So when this happens, go look in the mirror and tell yourself thank you. Go pour into your own cup and recharge yourself. And understand that there's more where that came from. As long as you continue to put yourself first, as long as you continue to make sure you're feeling charged and inspired and living a life that feels like you can't lose. And the cycle will continue to go round and round and round, as far as just prosperity and abundance and manifestation and love coming in and support and everything. So hell yeah, don't lose sight of how you got here and all the work it took. Understand that it took a lot of work for things to appear like they changed overnight. To the outside, it's gonna look like that, like, wow, just overnight everything changed, like you're so lucky and all that. But understand that, no, you've been doing the spiritual work, you've been doing the shadow work, you've been doing the physical work, you've been creating the things, you've been learning, unlearning, deprogramming yourself, deconditioning yourself, reparenting yourself for some. So understand that, yeah, it's going to look like overnight success, but don't fall for that. Understand that this was a long time coming, and all roads led here. And people are going to feel like you're so lucky and they wish they were in your shoes, but if they were in your shoes, they would trade back. You know, a lot of them don't have, they wouldn't put in what you put in to get there. And if they were willing to, they would, and they would be right there with you, you know? So understand that you're not lucky. There's no chance involved. This is a product of you and your hard work and the way you show up and the way you continue to show up. So, hell yeah. Make sure you give yourself all the credit that you deserve, because you deserve a lot. So, hell yeah, I'm proud of you and good job. Yeah, I'm feeling called to tell y'all, don't be afraid of silence. Embrace silence as much as you can right now. And when you can. Like if you're someone who typically goes to sleep with the TV on or spends all day with something playing because they don't really like silence, the call right now is to embrace it more whenever you can. Like, hey, spend some time eating in silence. Like if you're eating lunch and you typically watch TV while you eat, hey, spend one meal eating in silence and just being in your own energy and really being there with the food. And yeah, wherever you can, really, just silence. Silence right now is very important. There's communication that's trying to reach you, intuition that's trying to reach you, and the whole nine. So, yeah. Nine of Wands. There's a real particular energy today that I'm noticing. Let's see if it continues. Nine of Wands. Make sure you're holding your ground. And be wary. Everybody around you is not looking out for your best interest. Understand that time doesn't make a relationship or a bond real or valid or what's best for you. So just because you've been around somebody for 10 years or you grew up with them, or just because even a parent, you know, they've known you your whole life, that doesn't mean that they're what's best for you, or that doesn't mean that everything they say is valid, everything they do is amazing. Because understand that you can meet someone and only know them for 5 minutes and establish a connection or feel a connection that's deeper than anything you've ever experienced with people you've known for 30 years, 40 years. And understand that that's real. Energy is real. Energy does not lie. And that this world is much more than just physical. So, yeah, just the physical is not the only basis for closeness. And sorry if this is getting loud. I don't know how much you're hearing and how much it's affecting you hearing me. But yeah, just let me know. So yeah, understand that, yeah, energy is what's real. Time is a construct made by us that we all agree and that we all experience. But it's not more real than energy is. So follow the energy. If someone feels right for you, if something feels aligned for you, if you're like, wow, I just met this person, but I feel like I can tell them anything, or I felt like I've known them my whole life, or I feel like I can spend so much time with them, or I want to spend so much time with them, I want to dive into their world, or any of that stuff, trust it. And understand that that's real, and that things play out at many dimensions, things play out in many different many different levels than just the physical. And the physical is where it plays out last and where you get to see it last. But understand that, yeah, you're meeting people in the astral, in the quantum, and all that before you meet them in the physical. So just because you just met them 5 minutes ago doesn't mean that energetically you might not have known them for lifetimes. Or energetically you may have met them already and have experienced these things already, and then now in the physical they just come in because of the things you've done in other dimensions, in higher dimensions. So yeah, I know that's a little quantum and a little out there, but yeah, just trust the energy, long story short. If something feels right, or you feel like, wow, like this feels like exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, and you may not have a logical basis for that, understand that you don't need it, and to follow the energy. So yeah, stand your ground and watch your back. Understand that, yeah, to people who you may have known them forever, that doesn't mean that they're what's best for you. And you can honor that and trust that. And don't feel pressure to keep somebody around just because they've been around. Don't feel pressure to keep allowing people to access you just because they've been accessing you, or because you have so much history, or because you've done so much together and you feel like, wow, like I owe them loyalty, or I owe them, anything, because you don't. And energy doesn't lie. Just because someone sat there around for 10, 15 years, they could have sat there for 10, 15 years, and then, and you guys haven't reached any level of depth, or you guys haven't really, at an energetic level, gone anywhere. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But understand that you could meet somebody, and in 5 minutes, you reach levels that you never reach with these people. And you don't discount this person you just met because, oh, wow, well, I haven't told this person that, and I've known them 20 years, so I can't tell this person this, or I can't bond with this person like that because I haven't even bonded with this person who I've known for 20 years, So just trust the energy and understand that that's what's real. And right now, time is really wonky. So you may meet somebody and feel like you've known them for 30 years, even though it's been 5 minutes. And that's okay. Lean into it and understand that that's going to lead to more of you and more of what you're here to experience. So yeah, trust the energy and don't allow the illusions and the things and all the shadows and stuff to cloud your vision. And yeah, follow your heart and follow the energy. Hey, welcome to Monday Magic. There's definitely a party in here. Pardon the noise, y'all. It's like by the week, these things get louder. Let me know if it's too bad, because then I'll definitely relocate. The Hermit. Yeah, I'm hearing lead the way. I'm hearing trust yourself. Yeah, get into your own energy. If you've been spending a lot of time just around people and around things and consuming a lot of media, consuming a lot of other people's thoughts, ideas, energies, and all that, this is a call right now to spend some time in your own energy. If you create things, especially music, listen to your own music for a while. Consume the things you've made. Be immersed in your own thoughts, your own ideas, your own energy, and see what there is to be found there. Understand that nothing you're seeking has to come from outside of you, and it won't come from outside of you. Understand that you have the blueprint within you. So the things you've been making, the things you've been putting your energy into, and the way you've been showing up has a lot of information for you as far as where to go next and what to do next and what you're called to do. So if you're not sure whether to go left or right now, spend some time in your own energy, spend some time with your own creations and in your own world, and understand that that's going to light the way to where to next, because the blueprint is within you and you've been leading the way. And especially in times when you follow those urges and you're like, I don't know why I'm feeling pulled to do this, but I'm just going to do it. And in those moments, understand that, yeah, you're exactly where you need to be, and the GPS is on, and it's in your heart. And the things that light you up and the things that make you feel inspired and that pull you to places is exactly where you're supposed to be at. So trust yourself. And when in those moments when you're not sure what to do or you feel lost, understand that you just need to spend some time getting clear with yourself. Spend some time in your inner world, and understand that when it's time to come out of there, you'll know exactly where to go next. You'll know exactly where you're called to, because all you need in order to know that is yourself, is a clear connection to yourself, and that it'll always tell you exactly where to go next. So spend some time in this hermit energy, embrace it, and understand that being alone doesn't have to be lonely. Being to yourself doesn't have to mean something's wrong. Other people might feel like something's wrong, like, dang, you've been, ducked off or put up and staying away. But it's like, sometimes that's very important to get clear, because if you're around a bunch of people, and especially if you're someone who's sensitive, if you're someone who's very, very connected, you might move at a slower pace than other people. So if you're around other people, you might be sitting there consuming their thoughts because they're always talking, or their mind's always running, and they're always, putting these things out there. Meanwhile, you move at like a slower wavelength like this, and they're just kind of like this. They understand that if you're only around other people, there may not be room to hear yourself. There might not be room to hear your guidance or any of that. And you're going to feel confused. You're going to feel a little lost. You're going to feel a little chaotic and scattered, because you're taking on the energies of scattered people, of scattered things, of, a bunch of things that aren't you. So, make sure you're keeping a good balance of your inner world, your outer world, yourself, other people, and that you're not leaning too far into one way or the other. So embrace this hermit energy. And the number 9 seems significant too as well. And that feels like completion, and that you're ending a cycle right now. And right now, in order to get your next steps and to step into this next chapter, this next era, is going to come through you being by yourself and in your own energy and getting clear. And 2 of Pentacles at the bottom. Things are being restructured right now and being rebalanced. So that's why you're being called into your inner world, so you can see what's next, see where to go, see what you've outgrown, see what's dead weight. And when you emerge from this hermit space, you know exactly what needs to go, you know exactly what needs to stay, what needs to be amplified, and what direction to go in. So this process is going to happen regardless, but you can definitely lean into it, embrace it, and meet it halfway, and allow it to be smoother for you by just choosing to do so and by showing up and meeting the universe halfway. But hell yeah, I definitely get the feeling that you're going to do that, and it's already done. But that's just a call as to how to make it happen smoother, and for some happen faster. Hell yeah. Ooh, damn. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles at the bottom again, y'all. Remember, it's all here. This is it. This was one of the first cards that came out, and it seems like it's gonna continue to remind us what this is all about and the themes this week. I'm telling you, this is your fast track to everything. And remember, these opportunities are gonna continue to present themselves this week. Queen of Pentacles. Be calm and be confident. And and this quantum shift and these quantum leaps that are available to you this week, and these opportunities that are presenting themselves. Don't overthink them. Don't second guess them. Embrace them all as possibilities to shift you right into your highest timeline. Understand that they may not all do that, but you embracing that and being open to miracles, being open to expansion in everything that presents itself. All it takes is one. You approach 5 opportunities this week as, okay, this is the one, or this could be the one, or it may only just be 4 of them, might not lead to anything, may not lead to big shifts. But understand that all it takes is one. And you just embrace, and even if none of them lead to a big shift, you embracing the energy, you embracing them all as miracles, you embracing them all as magic, will allow them to be magical. Even if they don't take you to your billions, your millions, or shift you into a whole nother life, understand that the energy in which you approach these things and that you do them with will pay you, and you'll feel better through them. And you'll be like, wow, like that was awesome. Like that was amazing. Like that was really something. And it's like that's enough, because trust in that vibration, you'll realize like, wow, I can approach everything like that. I can approach everything that presents itself to me as a miracle. 34, as I say that, as a miracle, as something that's amazing, as something that's just for me. And it will unfold exactly like that. The most mundane thing, you can approach a meal like, oh my God, like this is about to be the best meal ever. This meal was prepared just for me. Like this is a meal that's really gonna get me in touch with myself, and and all that. You can approach it just like that, and I promise you, when you eat it, it will do just that. And you'll be like, wow, like that was really amazing. And you'll be like, wow, why haven't I always been eating like that? Why haven't I always been showing up like that? Why haven't I always been going to this place prepared for miracles, going to this place or going to this thing prepared for it to change my life, you know? And it will. And understand that as you do that enough times, that'll become your new normal. And you're gonna look up and realize your whole life did change. You did shift. You did fall right into all of your abundance. And it's like, because it was always a choice. You always had the ability to choose a perspective that pays you. You always had the ability to step into every room as if that room was hand selected for you to be there. As if God dropped you off himself. As if the universe created that space just for you to go into, because it did. So understand that it's always a choice, and have confidence this week and in every present moment that everything that's showing up for you is divine. Everything that's showing up for you is a miracle, and that it is your time, and not because the new moon, not because someone's coming to save you, not because you worked so hard and deserve it, just because you simply chose, and you are God, and you can choose. You have that ability, and yeah, it's just time to do that, and understand that this is your 10 of Pentacles moment. Because you chose, because you realize that you have the power, that you have that connection to the universe and to source and to the very things that run through this whole world that created this whole universe. And it would be silly to think that you're at the mercy of this and that when you're made of the very things that all of this is made of. So lean into your power and understand that it's all yours, and that everything that's showing up for you right now is the quantum shift, is the magic, is the opportunity for more. And all you have to do is choose it and allow it to be, and know that it's done, and not get lost in your mind, in your mind, or any of the illusions that are gonna make you feel like you're making things up or you're delusional or any of that stuff, because you're not, and you know exactly who you are, and you know exactly what you're capable of. So yeah, stop playing and lean in. And embrace it all as miracles. I don't care what it is. Yeah, I don't care what it is. If the Amazon delivery driver turns onto your street as you turn onto your street, like, yo, that's a miracle. Wave to them, say hello, introduce yourself, embrace them, and meet the miracle head on, and allow it to be a miracle, and see what there is to find there. Because I promise you, there will be something, even if it's just common ground. Because that's a miracle in itself. Feeling seen and feeling felt, or feeling like you're not alone, is a miracle, is a blessing. So hell yeah, embrace it all, and understand that that's the magic. Your awareness and your choices and your ability to see the miracle and the magic in everything is the magic, because it is all magical, and it is all connected to source, and it all is source. So the miracle is within, and the magic is there, as long as you allow it to be and trust it. So hell yeah, that was a dope message. I really like that one. And hey, it's going great. Very, very magical Monday. Very loud Monday too. But hey, we rolling, so I'm grateful nonetheless. Yeah, there's a very patient energy. I know it seems loud and very busy, but even that feels like distraction and feels like illusion. Underneath all that, it's very, very, very calm. Like even throughout all the noise, there's no wind. Like the wind is not picking up. I see like the trees are not really moving. I haven't really seen too many squirrels. There hasn't been any lizards. Like, yeah, the natural things seem to be very, very calm. The noise is like man-made noise, or like machines and things like that. So that may be a call, don't fall for the illusions. Pay attention to nature right now. If things feel a little crazy, see if nature feels a little crazy too. It might not. And understand that that's what's real. Everything else is, constructs and, people themselves. And, other people's choices. But yeah, underneath it all, things are very calm. As you see the cards, I was about to say they haven't been jumping out, and then They tried to make me look silly. Hell yeah, and look, Two of Pentacles on the bottom again after all that shuffling. Things are being rebalanced right now. Trust the energy and don't fall for the illusions. Queen of Swords. I'm being called to the butterfly up here. Big metamorphosis energy. And this feels like transformation of the mind. Like not even like physical or like your physical world or your physical self changing, but more so like your mind. And hell yeah, more so your mind transforming and coming out of a cocoon as far as just how you used to see the world, how your mind used to operate, how you used to believe your life works, versus now and understanding that you have a choice and that you are the center of your universe and that you experience everything that you experience through yourself, through your body, through your mind and all that. And you understand that that's your reality. You can drop two people in the exact same place, situation, and have them go through it together and understand that they will experience it two completely different ways. I don't care who they are or if they do the exact same things, because they're two different people. Their nervous systems are different, their perspectives are different, their ways of interacting with the world is different, their vibration and frequency is different, so they will experience it two completely different ways. And if you ask them like a week later how, when, or what happened, they will probably remember different things completely, even though they experienced it together. The things that they will point out as significant and the things that they will point out that happened will most likely not be the same. So understand that if you want to change your experience with your reality, a surefire way to change that is to start with your mind. It's to start with deconditioning, to start with shedding the programs that aren't you. To change what you're consuming, to change your mental diet. If you're somebody who watches a bunch of news all the time, stop it. I was gonna say you might want to, but no, stop it. Watch less of it for sure, and see how that changes. Go interact with your world, because this is the world is huge, but when you think about it, your reality is your reality. Like, yes, there's the collective, yes, there's the things that we all are experiencing, but understand that your reality is yours for a reason. The things that show up in your life show up for a reason. The things that you resonate with for a reason. And I know you've experienced that. Like, as big as this world is, there's been those times where you're like, wow, what a small world. And it's like, the world's not that small, but your reality is your own. So yes, there will be things that pop up and will resurface and spin the block, and you go to this place and you bump into this person that you used to bump into, you know? And it feels like, wow, like, what are the odds of that? And it's like, your reality is your own. So spend time immersed in your reality and understand that, yeah, the best way to change your reality is to change yourself, is to change your mind, to raise your frequency, raise your vibration, and understand that that's where it all starts. And that this metamorphosis in changing your life, changing your experience begins with you. And see, it's above her head. It's that connection to her mind, which is her connection to it all, you know, the crown chakra, and receiving your downloads from the universe, from God, and all that is going to come through your mind and your connection to it all. So if your mind's not a place where it's been cultivated, it's not a safe space for you, understand that your reality may not be a safe space for you. And not because it's not safe, but because your awareness is not in a clear space that allows for it to appear safe, or allows your experience to be safe. But you're divinely protected, so you are safe and things will be okay, but you may be taking on, it may not feel okay, and that's only a product of your awareness. And you can change that. You can definitely work on that. And that feels like the call here, is to be confident in yourself and your ability to change your reality, to change your world, and that it begins with you. And now the first step in that is also acceptance. You're not going to be able to get to anywhere else without accepting where you are, you know? Because it's like, for example, if you're somebody who has an addiction or something, you're not going to be able to fix the addiction or help the addiction or fight the addiction without accepting that you have an addiction, you know? Because if you're sitting there saying like, I'm not addicted, why would you change? Why would you stop? Like, because you're not, because you don't feel like you have a problem. 44 as I say that. So understand that in order to get to somewhere else, you have to accept where you are. You have to own the fact that you're okay, like, this is where I'm at. I may not necessarily want to be here, but this is where I'm at. This is what can be learned from here. This is because you are where you are for a reason. There's lessons that, and you can leave whenever and change your reality whenever, but understand that the difference between where you are and where you're going is you changing, is you understanding that you can change your reality, is you understanding that you are where you are for a reason, that there's lessons in the exact space you are for a reason, and that you chose to be where you are for a reason. And like, yes, where you're going is where you're going next, but that's not going to happen until you embrace where you are and learn the lessons that are waiting for you in the space you are in. So understand that you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and in the future you're going to be exactly where you're supposed to be then too. But right now you're just being asked to cultivate yourself, to build that connection to yourself, and to understand that you are the center point of your universe, and that chasing things on the outside is not going to get you to where you're going, and that the physical is results. So in order to get to where you're going, you need to create different results, not necessarily work with the results that are already here, that are the product of past, present moments and versions of yourself that aren't here anymore. So yeah, it all begins with you. It all begins with your soul, your spirit, your body, your mind, all of that. And understand that as you work with that and become more acquainted with your inner world and who you are, that the physical will have no choice but to change and to reflect these new connections to yourself that you've built. Because it's all just projections of your inner world and who you are. So get in touch with who you are, shed who you aren't, and allow everything else to come right behind it, because it will. So hell yeah, keep doing your thing. Hey, 4646 as that message comes to an end. Things are being rebalanced right now. All these are just a product of that process. So embrace it. Whew. That message took a lot. Just all the noise out here. It was, I don't know if you could tell, but I was definitely fighting for my life to get that out. But I think I did pretty good. So I hope you guys were able to receive that, and it was more in a straight line than it felt, because it definitely felt a little scattered, but it felt right, so I'll trust that. Oh, what's this? We got a stand-up guy over here. Oh, 10 of Wands. Yeah, this feels like someone's recollecting versions of themselves or fragments of themselves that have been left behind. Like, yes, his hands are full, but if you can, I don't know if you can see, but he has like a smirk on his face. Like, he's head down, smirk on his face. He's walking with his eyes closed. So it feels like he wants to carry this weight. These are not burdens that, are just heavy, and he feels like he has to. Which is funny, because I've pulled this card a bunch of times, and I feel like typically it does feel like burdens. But right now it doesn't at all. It feels like he's so happy to be able to carry these things, and he'd carry more if there was more to carry, and he'd gladly do it. So this feels like, like I said, reclaiming parts of yourself. Like, maybe there's parts that you left behind because you felt like you had to, or those things you feel like maybe you had to grow up and leave behind, or like, oh, you're too old to be doing certain things that you love, and it's like, that's BS. There's no such thing. But it's like it feels like he's recognizing that, like, oh, like, I can still do that stuff. He's going to reclaim things he used to love. He's going to reclaim parts of himself that he left behind due to trauma, or due to, moments that happened or whatever. But it's like he's going back and reclaiming the things that are him. And that feels like exactly what we're doing right now. And whether we're doing it consciously or subconsciously, it's a process that's unfolding right now. And through reclaiming these fragments and rebuilding ourselves up and becoming more whole again, or a more whole representation of ourselves, because we're always whole, that leads to everywhere. I'm being drawn to this castle on the back, and it feels like he wouldn't be able to access this castle without being his entire self. And for me, this castle doesn't feel like a physical thing or something outside. It honestly feels like a temple within. It's like, in order to really fully gain access to the temple within you, you have to be all of yourself, or else there's going to be things you don't recognize. There's going to be rooms you can't access, because it's like, yeah, that 8-year-old version of you is the one who had the key to that room, but you left them behind because, the pressures of your family, or you left them behind because, you felt like there was something wrong with them, even though there wasn't. So it's like, in order to get full access to the temple within you, which leads to the temple without you, the temple outside of you, and everything you want for yourself, you're going to need to be all of you. And if there's parts of you that you left behind that you didn't want to leave behind, that are still you, that are still important to you, it's time to get them back. And like I said, this feels like it's something that's happening both consciously and subconsciously. So there may not even be anything that you actually need to do. It's just allow the process to happen and understand that it's happening. And, so it is, and it's done. Yeah. And then the Emperor feels like confirmation of that. It feels like, just have confidence in where you are right now, and understand that everything that's unfolding right now is for you. And even though you may not understand it, don't be wary. Like, it seems like he has everything in his hand, but he's still watching his back. And it's like, you're wasting your time watching your back when you have the world in your hand, It's like, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Lean into that more so than trying to defend yourself when you don't need defending. And even though things may feel like chaos, or may feel like they're unfolding in a way that you may not want it to unfold, understand that, this life thing is much more than meets the eye. Much more of our experience is unseen than it is seen. So if you're leaning on to logic or into your own understanding of things and your own vision, understand that you're limiting yourself. The best thing you can do is choose a perspective that pays you. I don't care what shows up. If it's the super hardest thing, the most even traumatic thing, understand that there's a perspective that pays you. And if you can choose that perspective, it will be that. And I know it's easier said than done, and some things are really, really traumatic, and trust me, when I say those things, that I'm not speaking just speaking because I've seen videos that say that and I'm just repeating it. Understand that I don't say anything that I haven't gotten my own proof of, as far as just learning these things and then taking them into my reality, trial and error, and then coming back and, things work, things don't work, and then cultivating a reality that, operates in a way that empowers me, in a way that feels like truth and that has come with truth, So when I say that, no matter how traumatic it can be or traumatic an experience is, there's a perspective that pays you. I mean that. And maybe you can't relate, or maybe you don't believe it, but understand that I'm speaking from experience, and I've had my own very, very traumatic experiences, and old ones that I've restructured how I look at them, and even new ones during this journey. And I've approached them and I've chosen a perspective like, okay, this is what I could possibly be teaching myself. This is what I could possibly be supposed to learn from this. And if that's the case, let me at least be open to that. And it paid me that way. And and it allowed me to evolve, and it pushed me into more of myself. And it's like someone dealt that same exact hand probably would have ended up going the other way, would have ended up turning cold, or feeling like, wow, this world, it's always something, or like, dang, like every time I feel like something's good is going on, boom, and terrible things always happen to me. All those type of things that you hear people think all the time, or things that you may have said all the time, or plenty of times before. And it's like, you can choose. There's always a choice. You can choose to feel like a victim, which is valid. Things are hard, and sometimes it really, really feels like everything is just coming down on you, or like you're the center of chaos. And it's like, it can feel that way. But understand that you can still choose even then to be like, you know what, this is for me. And on the other side of this, I'm going to come out more evolved. I'm going to come out with superpowers. I'm going to come out super strong and ready to deal with anything. Especially for someone who's here to do a big mission, to do a big thing. That's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. So understand that the things that are showing up right now may be to mold you to be that person, to take on whatever it is that may surface during the mission, because you don't know what's going to surface. You don't know what you're going to have to be strong enough to deal with. So it's like, understand that if that's what you're here to do, that the things showing up right now maybe just be building those legs to be able to lift those weights and to carry those weight and to be successful in the things that you want for yourself and in your purpose. And understand that, yeah, you might feel a little delusional at first as you're like, oh, this is fine. Like, oh, this is for me. I chose this. And it's like, oh, this is just to make me stronger. It might feel delusional because you spent your whole life not feeling like that, not operating that way. But understand that you do it one time, you do it 2 times. It can be small things like, just someone cutting you off, or you're late to work, or you drop something on your toe. You can start with those little things and be like, oh, this was for me. This is to make me evolve. And understand that you will get the proof. I promise you will get the proof. And you'll feel better, and then you'll feel more empowered as you continue to operate in your reality. And it will bleed into everything. And you'll realize, like, wow, I didn't have to always feel like a victim. I didn't always have to let things make me feel down. I always had a choice to allow these things to empower me, because even if to play devil's advocate, let's say it's wrong. Maybe it wasn't there to make you feel empowered. It wasn't there to build you up. Maybe it was just the worst thing in the world. Understand that you choosing to believe and truly believing that it was to serve you, trust that will transmute it and it will serve you. That will alchemize it into a blessing, because it will not force itself to be bad on you. Like, if it's something that, if it was something hard and you chose to allow it to empower you, trust that there's no force that's going to come and make it like, no, this has to be bad. You have to feel like a victim. No one's coming to force you to feel like a victim. So if you choose not to feel like a victim, you choose to feel empowered, like, oh, okay, this makes me feel more of myself. That will be it. And that will be how it impacts you. So whether it's showed up to do that or you chose for it to do that, it will do that. So the choice is yours, honestly. And it's like, if it is that simple, why would you choose to feel like a victim? Why would anybody choose to feel like their circumstances are beating them down, or like things are showing up just to make them feel less than? It doesn't serve you, especially when you know that the opposite reality is just a choice away, So, I don't know. I'll leave that point alone. I feel like, those who will get it. And those who won't. Like, me saying more and continue to do this more won't change anything. So I'm going to trust and allow that to kind of settle and trust that you get it. But yeah, the world is in your hand. There's no reason to watch your back when the world is in your hand. So. The magician at the bottom. Can't make this up, y'all. Pick up your wand. Understand that you are the center of your reality. You are the center of your universe. And that the wand is in your hands, and you have the ability to affect matter, to affect your life, to choose perspectives that serve you. And that is your magic. Understand that your choice, your ability to choose, and your ability to see things from different perspectives and different vantage points and select what works for you, what empowers you, is your magic. And at every opportunity and in every present moment, make sure you're utilizing your magic, and that you're choosing things that empower you, and you're choosing things that make you feel more of yourself, and that make you feel like your reality is a place that is kind to you, that serves you, that pours into you. You should not be choosing to believe perspectives that make you feel less than, that make you feel disempowered. Because why? Why would you use your power to make yourself feel less than? 58 on the timer. So yeah, understand that that's the subconscious energy. That's what's underlying right now. The things in your reality right now that are servicing they're just trying to show you that your power. So if you feel all beat up, you feel like, oh my God, what's going on? Understand that here, you're being handed your wand right now. Now you can take conscious control of your power. You're awake now. You were getting beat up, so you can be like, what the hell is going on? You can start to ask questions. You can start to be like, there's got to be a different way, because there is. You can change the way you're using your power, and you don't have to wake yourself up anymore. Now you can start moving consciously. You can start choosing the perspectives that pay you. You can start accepting opportunities as the miracles that they are, and allowing them to unfold as miracles, as magic. And now that you're awake, it's like, here's your wand. That's what it was all about. And understand that had you been in comfort this whole time, there would be no reason to wake up, because the dream is so amazing, And sometimes that's how it has to be. Your dream has to become a nightmare for you to wake up. Because if it was just, you just stay in the dream, you just stay moving and it's amazing, you're in la la land. It's like, no, it became a nightmare so you could get up and be like, what's going on? Like, something feels wrong, something feels off. And it's like, that's where the evolution begins. And yeah, and it's time. And I feel like you want more out of your life. And that doesn't mean that your life, for everybody, that your life has been bad or it's not good or whatever. But you just want more. And it's like, okay, you've reached the peak of where you can reach while being in the dream. Now the next level and everything else you want comes on the other end of being awake and lucid dreaming, like being awake and choosing your own reality and walking through the dream and affecting matter and your reality at a conscious level. And that's what's next. And it's your time. Hell yeah. Card number 1, the Magician. Allow this to be day 1. You now know you're awake, and hell yeah, that's so powerful. And I'm glad to be here at the gate to greet you. 010110 on the timer. And hell yeah. So definitely let me know. I'm very curious to see how things continue to show up and what things look like for you today and this week and the rest of your life, honestly. Yeah, today has been a very different day. I feel like we say that every week, but I don't know. It just seems to feel more so the case more and more every week. And it's so quiet right now that it feels weird versus how loud it was before. I don't know. Hey, maybe that's because you woke up now. You took your wand back. The chaos stopped. You didn't have to be woken up to your power anymore. How beautiful is that? But you see, this is the calm that I was talking about when I said that it's loud, but it feels like there's an underlying calmness to it. Like it feels like the loudness and stuff was illusion. It's very, very calm out here. No, this is dope. 4 of Pentacles. This feels like 2 different energies. So for some, follow what resonates. But for some, I'm getting the call to tell you to allow more flow into your finances. Like don't hold your money so tight, in plain words. Don't hold your money so tight. And that doesn't mean like go be frivolous and just go spend it on a bunch of stuff. But it's more so like you need that, go get it. You really, really want that, go get it, especially if you can afford it. And understand that you allowing it to flow is what's going to allow it to come in. If you're being too rigid and holding on to your money, understand that it's not going to be able to flow in either. Because understand that energy or money is just energy. Like it's a physical representation of just energy. So, and energy is not rigid. Energy flows and it needs to be able to flow. And energy goes into spaces where it can flow freely. So understand if you're someone who's going to hold it rigidly and once it gets to you, it's not going to be able to move and go anywhere. It's just going to be like stuck. Like it's not going to flow to you because it doesn't want to be stuck. It wants to be able to flow freely. So it's going to go to the person who has a mindset in which they understand that money is just energy and that when they let it flow, it's going to flow back. And that's where the money is going to go. So understand that. Stop holding on so tightly, Look, he's holding on so tightly that he can't even hold the other pentacles. Because he's got 2 hands there. He's sitting there holding 1. Meanwhile, he has 4. There's 4 there. And it's like his hands are so tied up holding this one that he can't even access the rest of his abundance. So let it flow. And for the other half of you, it's the opposite. It's relax. Don't be in a rush to spend it all, And that's not to say don't be hesitant or scared. It's more so just spend with intention, Don't just say yes to everything that pops up because you can afford it, or just don't give your money away to everybody who asks for money just because you have money. Like, understand that, give it with intention. You know, support the people who are doing good things with the money, you know, who are using the money to do things that are in alignment to what you believe in. Don't give your money to somebody who's going to go spend it to, you know, terrorize children or something, you know. We're going to go spend it to go damage the environment and things like that when you care about the environment. You know, spend it with intention and understand that where you're spending your money, it's energy. So you're giving your energy to these things that are using your energy to go do these other things. And understand that that plays out in the quantum, that plays out in the spiritual realm. So if you're giving your money to people who are doing terrible things, understand that your energy was used to do terrible things. So when you start to see like karma or certain things playing out in your life and you're like, what? I do nothing but great things. I do nothing but, you know, help people. What's going on? Understand that that might be it. You're not being mindful of where your energy is going. And you need to treat your money like energy, because it is energy. If you need to stop seeing it as money, like, because money, it's not real. It's not a thing of its own. It's just some paper that some people agreed meant this much, or it means this thing, and we've all just agreed to it. And it's like, that's not really based on anything, because at the moment, you know, things change. It won't mean anything anymore. So understand that what's real, what's really being exchanged through all that is energy. So yeah, be mindful of that. Make sure you're being mindful of where your money is going, and that you're treating it as energy, and make sure your energy is not being used to do some effed up stuff, because understand that the fallback might be on you. It will be on you, because that's how things go, you know, cause and effect. What you're putting out, you put back in. So just be mindful of that. And that doesn't mean be afraid or now don't spend any money until you look up all these places, these causes and things. Start slow, you know, just be intentional. And as you get there, you might want to start looking into, okay, where do I grocery shop? What are they supporting? Where do I get my clothes from? What type of things are they supporting? What type of initiatives are important to them? What do they believe in? And understand that, yeah, that's very important in creating a world you want to see, is to fund the things and to give your energy towards things that are in alignment to who you are. Because especially if you live in a capitalist society, the money is everything. The money is the power. So if you're giving your power to the things that are keeping you down, to things that are keeping other people disempowered, you're upholding your own suffering. You're upholding the suffering of others. You're upholding the oppression of others. So yeah, just be mindful of your money, and you know which side you fall on. If you need to let it flow more, let it flow more. If you need to be more mindful and slow down, slow down. But yeah, the call either way is to be more mindful about your money and understand that it is energy. So treat it the way you treat your energy. It's just as important. Oh. After this one, I'm going to switch to Oracle. But strength. Yeah, trust your voice right now and express yourself. Please don't hesitate to express whatever you're feeling right now. Whether that be like, you know, making a video to talk on social media, or having a tough conversation with someone that you've been meaning to have or been needing to have. Trust your voice right now and understand that your guides are supporting you. I said guides, but in my head that sounded like gods. But your guides are supporting you right now, and understand that it's time to use your voice, and they're giving you the strength and the support and the energy you need to be able to trust that, and understand that it leads to everything else that you want. Nothing in our lives happen in a vacuum. So understand that if you've been getting a call to leave this person alone, but you're ignoring that call, but you're pushing hella hard to get your riches and your abundance and success, understand that this relationship that you've been guided to let go of could be blocking you from getting everything you want to get. And you might feel like there's two separate things, you know, like, oh, this is my relationship, this is my career, this is my personal life, this is, you know, but it's like none of that happens in a vacuum. All of it is one big picture. So understand that if you're being called to leave this person, chances are you're not going to be able to experience this success until you leave this person. Because think about it, you might keep them around too long. Now you sit here, get rich, and then now you're sitting here, and now they're somebody who wasn't supposed to experience the wealth and the access and all that you're receiving right now. So if you're being guided to leave this person, they might hold up your abundance like, nah, like you have to leave this person because they're not supposed to access everything that's coming in right now. So understand that the more you put that off, you might start to feel stuck, or like other things are not progressing. And it's like, what's going on? Like, I've been doing all the right things, I've been showing up, I've been doing all the work, but these things are just not going anywhere. But it's like, yeah, leave that person and you'll see it all start flowing again. And when it does, you'll get that confirmation like, oh, okay, like I was definitely supposed to leave that person. And yeah, and that's just one example. Like, it may not just be a person, it may be a space, it might be leaving a job, it might be, you know, all these things that you feel called to do, but we don't necessarily do right away. We kind of drag our feet until we're ready. And it's like, yeah, understand that nothing in your life happens in a vacuum. It all happens together. So take that strength that you're being offered right now and go have that tough conversation if you need to have a tough conversation, or go express yourself if you need to express yourself. But understand that, yeah, all these things are impacting each other. So if there's something you're not looking at or something you've been avoiding, understand that it might leave you feeling stuck or leave you in a space where you can't do anything else because yeah, you're ignoring something that you're being called to do. Oh my God. Okay, we have the Fool on the split, and I was just thinking about the Fool earlier because I was like, dang, I feel like the Fool hasn't come out in a minute, even though we've been in like these new energies and yeah, newness has kind of been at the forefront. But here we go, the Fool. Yeah, understand that right now we're in the zero space again, and once we leave here, it'll be time to take that first step and walking towards everything else. Because once again, we can't sit in these energies, these high energies, have these conversations and leave here the same. There's no way. Like, you left here, we always leave here a little bit different. And we owe it to ourselves to approach our realities as the different person we are, and to show up authentically and to keep taking these leaps of faith on the things we've learned. And that's the only way that we're gonna be able to change the knowledge into wisdom. Because all these things sound good, you know, but it won't get grounded in until you experience it yourself, until you choose in alignment to what you've learned and allow it to play out, and then you get your proof back. So understand that every time we leave here, you leave here as the Fool again, and you're being asked to take a leap of faith on these things that we talk about and to allow them to play out so you can see, is it true? Is it not true? Does that work for me? Does it not work for me? Does this empower me? Is this something I want to add to my reality? Understand that that comes through taking that leap of faith and walking off and trusting in that either it will work or you'll get a lesson and you'll know what to do from there. And yeah, that just feels like where we are right now. And this, on the bottom, we have the High Priestess, and this just feels like a call to check in with your inner world, to take some of these things that you've learned today and to go sit with yourself and to see what rings true for you within you. Yeah, so whether that be meditation or journaling or yeah, anything where you're spending time with yourself and your inner world becomes visible and you become immersed in it, go do that. And understand that that's where the other half of these things are going to ground in at. That's where you're going to get the connection to you from the things that we're discussing. So definitely spend some time within and trust that that's the other half of the integration. And after that, you'll be able to step out as that Fool, and you'll be able to step out into your reality. And yeah, and you'll be able to pick up your wand and you'll be the magician, and things will continue as they need to. And you'll get to see everything you need to see, and you'll get all the proof you need to get. But the first step is definitely to sit with yourself and to see what rings true to you, what feels right to you. And then when you're ready to step out on faith and to walk in those knowings and these new knowings and those new ways of being, and allow the proof to follow, and allow the knowledge to become wisdom, which only happens through experience. So, and And the job doesn't end there either. It becomes wisdom through experience, but the wisdom after that is the understanding. It's okay, you have the wisdom, it's there because you trusted the knowledge, you acted on it, and through experience it became wisdom. But it becomes understanding when you go back and you sit with the knowledge and you sit with the wisdom now that you now have, and you see how it comes together, and you see like, oh, okay, it works like this. Okay, in knowledge, you know, in theory it was this, in practice this is what showed up, and now I have this complete picture of, okay, this is how these things work together, this is the dynamic, and that's what becomes understanding, and that's what pays you, and that's what raises your frequency. Like your vibration changes at a moment-to-moment basis, you know, as things happen, as you know, but your frequency is the bigger picture, is the things you know to be true, your larger knowings of how your world operates, your larger connection to it all, where you are as far as how you, if you know that oneness is the truth, and where you are as far as how you know yourself to be connected to it all. All that is your frequency, because that stuff doesn't change on a moment-to-moment basis, you know. Like you won't have a bad day and now all of a sudden you don't believe in oneness anymore, you know. Your vibration might be low, but your frequency is still high because you still understand that you're still connected to it all. That doesn't change. You still understand that you have the ability to change your reality. You still have the knowing that your thoughts are creating your reality. So your frequency and vibration, I know those things get used interchangeably a lot by people, but they really are different. So yeah, I don't even know how I ended up there, but that felt important, so I'm gonna trust it. But yeah, if you want to know more about frequency and vibration, or if you didn't even know that those are two different things, definitely look into it, because that's very important in navigating all this. Because your frequency definitely protects you, because your knowings and how you know the world to operate protects you when your vibration gets low. It keeps you from attracting in a bunch of crazy stuff when when you're sad, or when you feel in those lower vibratory states. So yeah, definitely look into vibration and frequency. They're very key to all this stuff. But yeah, tarot was rolling. I damn near forgot to get into Oracle until I randomly heard it as we were looking at, what card was that? I don't even remember, but yeah. But that just tells me it was time now, and it wasn't time to switch before. Yeah, listen to some music, and this feels like literally listen to some music today. Like allow yourself to, dance, listen to something that feels good, listen to something that makes you feel inspired, empowered, and just overall makes you feel amazing. But this also feels like take things light, do things that make you feel good. And yeah, take it easy. Don't be so serious right now. Understand that the work we did here in this space was a lot, and understand that it will lead to a lot of big shifts, and that it was very, very productive. Like, yes, you were sitting here, just listening to me talk, or, maybe you engaged further than that. Maybe you were taking notes or something, who knows? But understand that what we've done here was big work, big work. So if you feel like you need a second, or you feel like you need to take a break, understand that that's valid. And you may, if you try to think about it logically, you're like, I just watched a video, why do I need to take a break? Understand that, trust it, don't question it too much. Go listen to some music, go lie down, go keep it light for right now. It might only need to be 15 minutes, 30 minutes or whatever, but trust it and take it, and understand that there's integration that needs to be done here, and that's all that is. So you might just need to take a second to allow the energy to settle and allow yourself to settle, and then you can get back to doing whatever you need to do. So call me. Yeah, this feels like someone's asking you to call them. Whoever came to mind when I first presented this card, the chances are it's them. I don't know, why am I sitting like that? But yeah, yeah, and if no one came to mind, if there's somebody you've been meaning to call or someone you've been wanting to talk to or haven't talked to in a really long time, call them and understand that there might be something there waiting for you. Or, yeah, because like I said, this is the physical. Things play out here last. So if you've been feeling like you've been meaning to call somebody, or you've been feeling somebody's been on your mind, understand that they might have been reaching out to you like in higher dimensions or in the quantum. So understand that that's very, very real. And that, yeah, you guys coming together in the physical is last, but you guys have already been in contact in higher dimensions and in the quantum. The contact has already been established. So yeah, call them. Call whoever this is. They're definitely waiting on you, and they have something for you. And yeah, key at the bottom. Yeah, somebody has something for you, and it's very important in your next steps and getting to whatever is next for you. So trust it and just show up and understand that, yeah, allow it to be a miracle. And like I said, don't go into it all apprehensive, prepared for it to be a bad thing. Understand that if you go into it like that, it just very well may be. So, hey, go into things expecting the best. And if they don't end up being the best, that's fine. But at least you put your best foot forward, and you know that it's not because you showed up in a negative light or you showed up prepared for the worst that it became the worst. You understand that it just is what it is, and that you showed up prepared for a miracle. And if it didn't turn out to be a miracle, hey, that's okay too. But it doesn't have to be this big bad wolf to you. You have a choice. It's your world. Green. Someone's heart chakra is very active right now. And yeah, it's pulling in experiences, it's pulling in lessons, it's pulling in opportunities, but it's also bringing emotions to the surface that have been buried. So if you've been suppressing a lot of your emotions, and right now you feel like, wow, why do I feel sad randomly when things are good? Why do I feel like crying even though today was a good day? Understand that you're purging right now. You're purging emotions that you may not have had the strength to face before. But now in this higher vibration, as you're becoming more sensitive to light and to emotion and to everything, that you're having to release a lot of these denser energies in order to keep quantum shifting, in order to keep stepping through these portals. Because a lot of these portals, you have to be light, and you are light, but you've been holding on to dense energies and to energies from the past that no longer have a place in your reality. And wherever you've been able to hold them in, you've been able to still continue on. But like I said, we're reaching new heights, we're reaching new dimensions and new levels. And now you're at the point where it's like, okay, now these heavier, denser energies, they can't stay with you. There's no room for them now. So they might be coming out even though things feel great right now, but all of a sudden you're feeling sad, or you're feeling a wave of depression even, or understand that they're not an indicator of something wrong or you being misaligned right now. They're just an indicator of, yeah, you're purging old things, and allow that to be an indicator that you're shifting fast right now, and that you are shifting into these portals, and that you are going into these higher dimensions where there's just simply no room for these past things that you've been carrying. And that's all. Go down the rabbit hole, follow the energy and follow the curiosity that you're feeling. Allow it to lead you to everywhere you're trying to go, and trust that that's exactly where it leads to. More miracles, more you, and more of everything that you want for yourself. And understand that your curiosity as well as your love will lead you to everything that's been waiting for you. So go down the rabbit hole, ask more questions, especially why. Ask why a lot. If things have been hard for you, ask why. If someone's been confusing you, or you're like, wow, like, I don't know, this connection, typically we're on the same page, but recently it's just been a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of not being able to see at the same eye level. Ask why, and continue to ask why. When an answer to why pops up, if you can ask why again, ask why again. And if that answer pops up and you can ask why again, and keep following it all the way until there's no more whys to be asked. And understand that That's you going down the rabbit hole, and that will lead you to more clarity. That will lead you to more of yourself. You'll be able to see yourself from a completely different perspective. And yeah, and that's the key to seeing how your reality operates, to seeing what's been playing out, is to see yourself at a very, very deep level. Because at a very, very deep level is your subconscious, is your shadows, are the things that have been creating your life, that have been, especially if you're not someone who lives very, very, very intentionally all the time, understand that what fills in those gaps is your subconscious. So coming into contact with your subconscious by going down the rabbit hole and continuing to keep going down, you'll be able to see what you haven't been seeing, what's been puppeteering your life and calling the shots in your life that you haven't been able to see. You'll come into contact with the person behind the curtain, and Wizard of Oz might be significant for you. And understand that what's behind the curtain is your subconscious, the very, 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 very bottom, deepest level of you that you haven't accessed or you haven't been in contact with. So go down the rabbit hole and understand that that's what's waiting for you. And yep, look, go. Like, you might still be second guessing it. Go, like now. As soon as this is over, go tap in. Start deep diving on yourself. Start asking yourself questions. And understand that on the other side of that is everything you want. Everything you want, everything you need, and everything that's been waiting for you. Purpose, your mission, your deepest desires, your truest love, your most authentic self in life, and timeline. All that is underneath all those shadows, underneath all those illusions, underneath all the surface things that have been limiting you in experiencing yourself truly. New Earth. That's what we're building here. This is a whole new way of life, and it's very, very real. Yes, you may look around and it's still Earth, the grass is still there, the trees still there, government's still corrupt, all that stuff. But understand that I always tell you, the physical is the last place that things play out. Things play out at higher dimensions. Things play out in the quantum. Things play out energetically, spiritually, and all these things before you see the results in the physical. So if you're using your eyes and your senses to determine the reality of any given moment, understand that you're living in the past. Because what I can see right now is not a product of the present moment. It's a product of past present moments playing out. This tree did not just pop up here a second ago. This mulch did not just pop up here a second ago, or did not just pop up in this present moment. All this stuff is products of the past. So if I'm using this to determine the energy of the present, I'm in the past. I'm not truly experiencing it. So understand that this is not the proof of where we are right now. This is more so the proof of where we've been. So understand that we are in the new earth. You might feel like, oh, it's coming, we're not there yet, or oh, they say we're supposed to be a new earth, but it looks the same to me. Understand that if you wait for it to look like the new earth before you start to move in the new earth frequencies, you will be behind the 8 ball. You will look around and you'll see like, wow, this person really changed their life. That person really changed their life off of these energies that were available to me too. But I tried to wait until I could see with my eyes to start moving. And understand that if you do that, which is fine, if that's what you feel, if that's what feels right, do it. But later on, be full of regret or any of that stuff when you had a choice. You could have started moving like this now. You could have started choosing now. You could have started seeing that everything that happens for you is for your best interest now. You can start operating at that 5D level now because the energies are available, because that's where we are right now. And the physical will reflect that because of the work that we're doing in the energies, because we're continuing to ground in the energies of New Earth. The Earth will start to reflect that. The physical will start to look like it. You'll be like, okay, now I see it. But understand that the energies are available now. And that's why everybody, you hear like certain people are talking about it like, oh yeah, we're in the new earth, they're in the new earth, but you're still looking around like, it looks the same to me. And understand that you're missing it because it's energetic. It's happening at higher dimensions, and the physical is last. The physical is the result. So tap in now, learn now, start researching, look into the 5D, the 5D energies and the 5D way of living. Look into all that now and start moving that way now. And as you do that, you'll start to get the proof, and you'll see like, oh, okay, like things look the same, but things are not operating as they've always operated. And understand that, yes, you will be helping ground in the new earth by doing that. And that's what you're here to do. So, hell yeah, it's time. And invest. I'm telling you, go learn those things. Go do that research. And as you do that, as you're learning things that serve you and things that feel right to you, go take that next step. You got the knowledge. Go make it wisdom through experiencing it. By trusting it, go take that leap of faith as the fool and step into that. Okay, I learned this today. Let me go test it out and see how the results come back. And when they come back, do it again and keep doing it. Keep investing. Keep investing in this 5D bank, this 5D energy bank of your life. And understand that as you continue to do that, you will get the proof back. And then next thing you know, you'll look up and your whole life will be 5D. You'll just be operating in this 5D frequency as the God that you are, as the embodiment of the universe that you are, as the source being that you are. So, hell yeah. Keep doing your thing and trust that we are in New Earth. I promise you we're in New Earth. And don't allow the illusions or those casting illusions to trick you into thinking that they're still in power, because they are not. They are not the powers that be. They are the powers that were. And things are changing. We're in a whole new world right now. And that's why things are getting crazier and hectic, and they seem to be more desperate, and they're doing more things that make no sense. And yeah, it does. Before, I feel like things looked, the lies and the illusions, they seemed very realistic, and they were good. They were good illusions. Now it just seems like a cheap movie at times. It just feels like, what? Like they're just desperate. They're grasping at straws, just throwing whatever and hoping stuff sticks, and hoping that we can continue to give them our power and continue to uphold the illusion. But we're done with that. We're in New Earth now. So, hell yeah, continue to ground it in and don't pay attention to your own reality. And I hope you see how all these messages have been coming together and painting this big picture. And it seems like with every message, we're zooming out more and more and more and more. And the big picture is to be seen. And they've all been very, very connected. If you haven't noticed that, I definitely challenge you to go back and rewatch and re-listen and see how they've all been connecting, and how the picture has been getting bigger and bigger, and how each message has just been one corner of the picture. And like puzzle pieces, you know, you might get 3 pieces over here, 4 pieces over here, 5 pieces here. But then as you start to get more, and you're like, oh, and then you start to put them together, the big picture comes together and you see the whole thing, which started off as seems like separate segments, but it all comes together to be the big picture. And that's definitely what this reading has felt like. So, hell yeah. Look. 222. I'm telling you. This all adds up. All these things add up. And yeah, just continue to go down the rabbit hole. Continue to ask questions and understand that the support is here, and that you will continue to be supported, and you will continue to be loved, and everything you need will continue to find you, and the lessons will continue to find you, the expansion will continue to find you. And all you have to do is keep following the energy, keep going down the rabbit hole, keep asking questions, keep trusting yourself, keep following your heart, and keep allowing the things to find you, because they will. And you're supported in that. And right now, I'm hearing divine union, and not even between you and someone else, but between you and yourself, you and your higher self, you and your most authentic self. And wow. There's literally 22 on this pole right here. And it's like, yeah, this is it. Every version of you to be, it all comes together, and it's all you, and it all, the future, the past, it all comes together in this present moment right now. And as you're able to embody your authenticity right now, that heals the past. As you're able to embrace the authenticity of you right now, that sets up the future to be authentic, because you're authentic now. And the future is just present moments that haven't come yet. So understand, just like the past is present moments that are no longer here. But understand that the present is where all those things meet. Yeah, understand that the present is where the past and the future meet, and it will continue to be so. The future never comes, and the past doesn't exist. It's all just the present that continues to move. And trust that you being authentic in your present will continue to lead to an authentic future. So if you never sacrifice your present moment for the future, and that doesn't mean like go be, what's the word? Go be gluttonous and go just, like consume a bunch of stuff or sabotage your future over your present by going after instant gratification. That's not what I'm talking about at all. But I'm saying don't sacrifice yourself. Like if you're tired and you need to rest right now, don't sacrifice your present authenticity. Don't sacrifice your present health. Don't sacrifice your present mental health, your present everything, because you feel like, okay, my future is more important than my happiness right now, than my fulfillment right now, than me feeling whole and loved and supported right now. Because understand that you sacrificing yourself, and by choosing to feel less than right now, by choosing to feel like you don't matter right now, understand that your future will never become a place where you matter based on your present. You don't matter now, and their future is only a product of your present moment. So that's an illusion, and that's ultimate BS. Like sacrificing yourself now will never lead you to a future where you don't have to sacrifice yourself. And even if it did lead to success or what appears to be success, understand that you have to keep it the same way you got it. So if you sacrifice yourself now and that actually leads you to what appears to be success, understand that it's a trap, because you will continue to have to sacrifice yourself to keep it. Because the moment you decide, I'm not trying to sacrifice myself anymore, I want something different, understand that that will crumble away, because it was built on a foundation of self-sacrificing. It was built on a foundation of I don't matter in the present moment. My future is all that matters. My present does not matter. I don't matter. And your future doesn't even exist. So in that moment, all that's real is you right here, right now. So if you're saying you don't matter right here, right now, that's it. That's the end of the sentence. Because the future doesn't matter. That doesn't even exist. You're saying you don't matter, period. So that's what's going to be creating your life. So everything that comes while you're in that vibration of I don't matter right now, I don't matter right now, what I need right now doesn't matter, is going to affirm that. So trust that the way to get to the future where you're fulfilled, you're supported, you're loved, you have everything you need, is to give that to yourself right now, and to stay in that vibration, and to focus on cultivating that vibration in the present as much as you can, and understand that that's going to lead to a future that matches that. So yeah, I feel like that drove it home. But yeah, right now, presently, if you feel like you need rest, you feel you're burnt out, give yourself rest right now. Nurture yourself right now, and trust that in that will guarantee you a future in which you're nurtured. That will guarantee you a future in which you're loved, you're supported, and that you have everything you need, because in the present moment you have everything you need. And that led to a future which is just present moments that haven't come yet, in which you have everything you need. So yeah, feel empowered in doing so. And yeah, and understand that that's what's going to lead to everything you need, and that you are protected and divinely supported in doing so. And this is you coming in divine union with yourself. And this is where your past, your present all come together and meet, your past and future all come together and meet in this present moment. And you realize that's all that was real anyway, because the past is gone. If you stop thinking about it, it doesn't exist anymore. Like, it doesn't play out anymore. The past plays out in your remembrance of it. It plays out in the emotions and trauma in which you store it in your body in the present moment that you haven't let go of yet, and all that. But understand that you're the one keeping the past alive. The minute you release all that stuff and you stop thinking about it, you stop giving energy, it doesn't exist anymore. How does it exist? It doesn't, So, and your future is the same way. Like, your future is only as real as you make it at any given time, because it's all potential and possibilities anyway. The reality of your future is going to be the reality of your future anyway. It's going to be different. So the best thing you can do to free yourself from anxiety and depression and all that stuff is to come into the present moment and to anchor into what's real. And the only thing that's real is the present moment at any given time. So, hell yeah, I'll leave that alone again. But that's a very important message, honestly. It really is. So I hope I hope I did it justice and you were able to take away what needed to be taken away, because yeah, it felt very important. Look, destiny on the bottom just fell out. I am on the split. And I'm telling you, you're destined for greatness, and it's all here for you, and it's all waiting on you. It's all, yeah, it's just all yours, and there is no separation. Like, I don't know if you notice, like most of the time, most of the things I've been saying is not it's coming or it's almost time or oh this next thing is like it's now. It's all now. It's all here right now in this moment, and the only difference is between what you experience from here is choosing. And that being said, I choose me on the bottom. And that's all you're being asked to do right now, is choose yourself. And that's the only difference in what you experience from this point, because you got all the information. You've got all the perspective that you need, and you've learned all the things, and you have all the keys. Like, all the keys are there, and any keys that aren't there, you have what you need to go look into it and go down the rabbit hole and find them for yourself. But the only thing left to do, and the only thing that changes your reality from here and changes what you get from here, is you choosing. And I find it hard to believe that you'll hear all of this and that you'll feel all the energy of this, and that you won't choose yourself, that you won't choose the highest embodiment of what's available to you, or at least be open to seeing what comes of it. So yeah, I challenge you right now to say this out loud. I choose me. To say it 3 times, to say it as many times as it takes for you to feel it in your heart, for you to feel that oh my God, that's a huge ass lizard. But yeah, that one I'm not holding space for. I'm letting you know right now. But yeah, choose you. I challenge you to say that and to own it. Say as many times as you need to feel it, and to feel the fire in your heart that you will feel as you continue to say it and own it, and know that it is yours and it is done. And if you've done it before, and I'm not saying that you've never done any of these things before, you've never tried any of this stuff before, but if you have, try again. We're in a whole new world. Choose you now. And I don't care if you've chosen you 12 times and things were still hard. You're not the same person that you were last time you did it. You're a whole new person. You're not even the same person you were an hour and 42 minutes ago. You're a whole new person. So try again, and it will be different this time, because you are different. And you are supported by the very things that that run through this universe, that created this universe, that allow all these things to unfold. So you're not at the mercy of any of it, because it's all made of the same things you are. It's all just you at a different frequency, at a different vibration. So trust it. And yeah. And sorry if I'm fucking you up, or if I'm messing you up by continuing to watch this lizard, but yeah, that thing is huge, like humongous. But yeah, and after you've done all that, let it go and trust that it's done, and allow it to unfold. Don't sit there and continue to dig up the seeds. Don't sit there and continue to overthink it. Let it go and just go do something that feels right, that makes you feel whole, and that makes you feel charged and feels like you're living. Go get in that vibration. Like I said, you're gonna attract the future based on how you feel now. You have to get into the vibrations that you're trying to attract. So if you want abundance, you have to feel abundant now. If you want love, you have to feel love now. You have to stay in the vibration of love now in order to attract love. So once you've done it all, once you've gotten clear, once you've chosen yourself, let it go. And now just go get in the vibratory match to the things you want. Go watch your favorite movie. Go do your favorite thing. Go talk to your favorite person. And trust that you getting into that vibration, you feeling loved and supported now, you are going to attract right in the things that make you feel supported, and the things that make you feel abundant and loved, and all those things. So trust that, yeah, it all comes right behind it. And that being said, I got overstayed welcome, and I'm sorry at the bottom. And this feels like it's time to bid y'all adieu. It's time to wrap this up. And I was already feeling that, but I wasn't sure. And then, yeah, right at the bottom, overstayed welcome and I'm sorry. So this feels like it's time to go, and I'm sorry. We were having a good ass time, but it's definitely time. Oh, 014444 as I say that. Yeah, that lizard's on the move. But hell yeah, I love you guys. And yeah, today has been everything. And I'm just really excited. These messages were definitely different, but they felt very, very, very important. Like super important. So hell yeah, watch it again if you need to. Go back and review certain messages that called out to you, and yeah, just do whatever you need to do. And hell yeah, you're welcome. You're so welcome. I'm glad it all makes sense. But yeah, I'm so proud of you all, man. I'm proud of you for continuing to show up, not just here in this space, but continue to show up for yourself and continue to show up in your own realities in your life. And yeah, and the way you do, which is what allows you to show up here, you know, because this is just a byproduct of the way you've been showing up in other areas for yourself, for others, and the whole nine. So you've been doing a great job. And I promise you, if it feels like it's been thankless or like you're not really seeing the fruits of your labor, understand that you're in the middle of them right now, and that they're continuing to unfold for you, and that they will continue to unfold. And remember, this is the 3D. It all plays out here last. So if you feel different, if you feel fulfilled, if you feel like you've been making great strides and you've been changing and your reality feels safer than it used to feel, you feel more like love and light than you used to feel, and even when things pop up that are hard, you feel more able to deal with them, you feel, you know, all those things, trust that that's real and that the shift has been made and that your reality has changed, and that will lead to the physical changing, but that will be last. The physical changing doesn't come first. It will never come first. So understand that as long as you feel different, as long as everything it feels like it's changing and you feel the momentum building, it's very real, and that the physical will have no choice but to match. And time doesn't exist, so be patient and focus on feeling how you want to feel now, and don't sacrifice your present for the future, because understand that you're blocking yourself. And if you're doing that, your future will never come, not the way you want it to, at least. So allow this to be your permission to embrace your present moment and to cherish your present, and to understand that you giving yourself what you need now guarantees that you have what you need in the future. So, and you can't make this stuff up, y'all. Like 10 of Cups. I just felt called to come get one more card, and just to close out the energy. And yeah, this is it. Everything you've ever wanted, y'all. 10 of Pentacles came out earlier. We had 10 of Swords earlier. Now we have 10 of Cups. I'm trying to think, did we have? Yeah, 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords. Which one am I forgetting? Ten of Cups, 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. They all came out today. Yeah, they all came out today. So yeah, this is it. This is the culmination, y'all. There's big, heavy ending energy, and that's what it feels like. So yeah, allow everything to be different from here, y'all. And understand that this is it. And we've been doing so good, and it's all roads have led to this point. And that everything that comes from here is a product of the work we've put in, and more importantly, the product of us choosing ourselves. And yeah, don't forget that. As you continue to navigate this week, continue to choose yourself. When things present themselves and you find yourself having to choose between this or that, choose what feels like you. Like, use that lens to decide what you're gonna do. If you wanna decide what you wanna eat today, what feels more like me? And choose that. Or if you want to choose, okay, what do I want to watch today as I, relax and unwind? Choose what feels like you, like consciously what feels like you, and continue to choose yourself, and understand that that's going to bleed into everything. Like, that seems like small stuff at first, but then when you know this person presents this to you, or this person is trying to get you to compromise yourself, it's going to be easy then to choose yourself as well, because you've been choosing yourself. You've been choosing what feels like you. So understand that that's the process in which your magic gets to operate, and you get to experience a life that feels like you, because you continue at every turn to choose what feels like you. So it will only lead you to things that feel like you. It will only lead to results that feel like you. So yeah, man. Wow, all the 10s came out today, and that's so beautiful. This is it. This is a wrap. And don't overthink it. Don't get lost in the mind. Don't allow logic to trick you out of it. Lean into it. Feel it, because I know you feel it too. And I know you've been feeling it. Before I even had to say any of this stuff, you felt it. So allow it all to just be confirmation. Allow this to be your proof. Wheel of Fortune was on the bottom. I just put this under there after it came out. But Wheel of Fortune was on the bottom when this came out. And it's like, you get to choose. Everything is turning in your favor. And yeah, you get to decide. And I just want to keep saying that, but I feel like I've said it enough. But that's the truth, and there's nothing else to say. Like, from here, the most important thing from here is to choose. And to choose yourself, to choose what you know to be true, to choose what feels right, and to allow everything else to unfold the way it needs to. But understand, it's already done. It's all yours. You've already shifted. Like I said, we're in New Earth now. Do not wait for the results to show up to trust that everything is different. Utilize the energy now, and to continue to sow seeds right now that will come behind your proof, and it will be future proof, you know? So you're ahead of the game right now. You're in this new energy now. So don't wait for the proof to come in and then now you get back to work. Like, no, continue to show up now. Continue to choose now. Continue to put your best foot forward and continue to be an alchemist. Continue to be the magician now, and trust that you are in New Earth and that everything is coming right behind it, because it is. Queen of Wands fell out. And then, yeah, Ten of Pentacles again at the bottom. This is the third time it's come out today. It was on the bottom a couple of times. And understand, this is it. I'm not making this stuff up. Like, I'm done shuffling. But yeah, man, I don't know. We couldn't make any of this stuff up if we wanted to. To sit here and try to make all that seem like a coincidence is much more delusional than believing it. I promise you. So that being said, that was Monday Magic, y'all. How we feeling? How we feeling? Yeah, I feel good. And like I said, there's a really loud calmness out here. Like, yes, there's a lot of illusions and distractions out here that are the noises, but underneath it all, everything is perfect. Everything is very calm. The trees are calm, the grass is calm, the wind is calm, the world is calm. So lean into that and know that everything is okay. And don't fall for the noise. Zoom out. If things seem to feel chaotic or crazy, go get out into nature. Go sit in some grass for a little bit. Go sit under a tree. Go vibe. Go to the beach if you can, if you have beaches where you're at. Get by some water. Go just get into nature. And then when you get out there, you'll realize what the true vibration is, how the world is really vibrating right now, what the energies are really like. And the illusions and noise are just that. So allow those people to have whatever they want. But you know what's real, you know what's up, and you're connected to it all. So trust that, and don't allow illusions to be anything more than illusions. Hell yeah, you have a blessed week too, and you keep being you. Everybody else is taken, so that's all we can do, and trust that that's exactly what we're here to do, is to be us, and we're all different for a reason. If we were all supposed to be the same, we would all be the exact same, you know? The things that bother me would bother you, and the things that make me feel whole would make you feel whole, if that's what it was supposed to be. So, hell yeah. And I'm also feeling called to say, a black sheep is still a sheep, y'all. So, what's the word? Don't wear that identity, don't wear that as an identity so hard, you know? Because I know, like, I see that all the time, like, oh, I'm a black sheep, and oh, I'm a black sheep of my family, or I'm the black sheep of this. And I get it, it's like you're different, and you know, you're kind of an outcast or whatever, but understand that a black sheep is still a sheep. So be careful with that, and understand that the real truth is oneness. Oneness is the truth, and that we're all the same, even if in our differentness, even if you're the only one awake and everybody's so asleep and caught up in the illusions and you feel like a black sheep, understand that if you lean into that too hard, you're a sheep just as long with them, and that you're leaning into illusions just as much. Maybe not the same illusions, but illusions nonetheless. So the real truth is that everybody's exactly where they're supposed to be at any given time, and that people will wake up in their own time. People will see through the illusions in their own time, and everybody's not supposed to be awake at one time. Everybody plays their part. Everybody plays their role. Understand that if everybody just woke up at one time, like, things would collapse, things would fall apart, and like it would be mass chaos, and a lot of the structures that we find comfort in would fall apart too quickly. And it would be disarray, it would be chaos, it would be craziness. So understand that everybody's exactly where they're supposed to be. And if you're ahead, be ahead. And that makes it even more important for you to be God for those who don't know that they're God yet. And it's more important for you to not judge them. It's more important for you to lead by example and to continue to inspire and to continue to educate and to continue to embody that God energy, and to show people that there is another way, not by shoving it down their throat, but by allowing them to see you and to see the authenticity in which you carry yourself, to see like, wow, you really just follow your heart and it leads to more success and more success and more success. I can do that too. And that's way more far reach. Oh, wow. Oh, damn. That kid was doing a wheelie and he just fell real hard. Damn, he's like walking around like that hurt. But yeah, don't fall for the illusions, y'all. Yeah, lead by example. If you look around and you're the only one awake, hey, it's your responsibility. Oh, he just did another one. See, that's the energy right there. He just sat there and fell on his back and was really hurt. Like, it looked really bad. And the first thing he did when he got on there was hit another wheelie. And it's like, yes, that's the truth here. That's the truth. And I feel like that's the embodiment of what we're doing here. Like, yes, things are hard, but we know who we are. We know our power, and we're not at the mercy of one moment. I can sit here and fall on my face and fail, and it's okay. There's a perspective in which that allows me to get back up and to become more of myself. I don't have to now never ride a bike again. I don't have to now never do a wheelie again or be afraid to do another wheelie. It's okay. Like, nothing changed. Like, now I can be like, okay, there's a chance I might fall when I do this wheelie. But does that make it not worth doing? Hell no. I'm still going to do it. And it's even more empowering to do it because I'm not afraid, and I see that I'm not afraid, and I get to continue to still show up authentically. And hell yeah, I love this shit so much, and I love being here with y'all so much, and I love this journey so much. And I hope you guys feel that when we talk. I hope you guys understand that this really is everything to me, and that this is so real to me, and I really mean it. Like, I'm not sitting here just selling you dreams or talking a bunch of fluff because I'm in denial of the cruel world or whatever it may appear to be to someone who doesn't have the trained eyes to see me clearly. I hope you guys really feel like this is me 1,000%, that when I turn off this camera, nothing changes. I just go and live in these things, and I come back to you guys with my proof. I come back to you guys with more of my knowings and more energy to kind of share it with you all, because I'm living it. Like, I really am living it. So hell yeah. We're in the new earth, and there's still more proof on the way for me. I haven't experienced it all, but I'm not going to wait for it. That proof is going to find me in the middle of me living in my blessings now, living in my miracles now, living in that energy now. And I challenge you to live the same way. Don't wait for your miracles. Don't wait for your blessings to come for you to be like, oh, okay, this is real. Allow them to meet you on the run. Allow them to meet, not even on the run. We're not running. We're walking with straight confidence. Allow them to meet you while you're walking in your abundance. Allow the miracles to meet you while you're already in the miracles. Like, oh, okay, that's cool, but where I am, I was already in the middle of something amazing, but I'll take that. Thank you so much. I'm grateful for that. And because that's how it's going to be, you know? Like I said, the present moment is a result of past present moments. So it's like, by the time your abundance and everything comes in, it's going to be a result of you asking, or not even asking, but you manifesting that before. So by the time it comes, you're on to the next thing. You're on to the next miracle. You're on to the next present moment. That's so amazing. And understand that that's the key. That puts you on the fast track to keep grounding in these miracles and to keep the abundance coming, is to realize that you're in the middle of an answered prayer right now. You're in the middle of a manifestation from before right now. So embrace that. Embrace that you're in the middle of what you asked for once upon a time. Like, yes, you want more, but that's going to come too, just like right now came. So, hell yeah. Yeah. This is amazing. We could keep doing this forever. So, I'm going to let y'all go. And thank you. Thank you guys so much for all the love and the hearts and everything. And just being here. It really takes a lot to sit here and sit in this energy and to allow it to pour into your cup. I know it's not an easy thing, especially with the amount of distractions that we have in this world and the amount of, craziness going on, illusions at any given time. So the fact that you're able to sit here and exchange energy with me is everything. So thank you, and I love you guys so much. And I can't wait to see where next Monday finds us, because I know we're going to be in a whole new place again, and it's going to be a whole new energy, a whole new world, and that you guys are going to have just a week worth more of proof. So, hell yeah, kick ass today, and understand that, hey, allow today to be your day one, because it is. And every day is a new day one if you're living the right way and you're choosing to grow and choosing to evolve every single moment of every single day. So, hell yeah, go crazy. This has been Mark, aka 5D Just Too Easy, aka is just too easy _5, aka KK Not Again. Hey, wherever you found me at. And hell yeah, make sure you do all the things. Follow me if you haven't already. Subscribe if you feel called to. Like, share, everything depending on where you found me at. And yeah, go check out my album, 0925967. Yeah, music for me, I've been doing it for 6 years, and it's a tool just like this one to share my messages, to share my perspective of the world, to create worlds, to alchemize, to transmute energy, to express myself, just all of that. So it really is an embodiment of my soul and my light. So if you resonate with me, I'm sure you'll resonate with the music as well. So definitely check it out. It's available for purchase on even.biz, and it's set as pay what you want. So for as little as $1, you can support me. Right now the goal is 100 sales. So yeah, $1 goes a long way. And yeah, and besides that, you can stream it wherever else. If you don't have $1 to give, that's completely fine. You can stream it wherever you listen to music at already, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever. But yeah, I just appreciate you guys in general. And just being able to even connect with you all pays me 1,000-fold. So, hey, hell yeah. I hope you're enjoying the vibes and the experience. Because yeah, music means a lot to me, and it's always loved me back, like as long as I can remember. So hell yeah, it means everything to be able to give to it just as much as it's given me, and to be a vessel for it. So hell yeah. But I won't hold you guys up any longer. I'll let you guys get back to your Monday and get back to your magic. And I love you all so much, and I'll see y'all soon. Hey, don't hesitate to reach out to me and let me know how things are showing up for you in your own lives, because I'm invested in you guys. And I know that we're only able to be here because there is a resonance between us, and that we are truly family, and we are truly connected. So I'm definitely invested in your journeys, and yeah, trust that I'm walking right beside you. And if you ever feel alone, come check in with me, because I'm here and I'm ready to be there with you, and I am. So yeah, I love y'all. I'll see y'all soon.